Hi guys, this is Sandra here today and we're going to talk about my travel makeup bag. Now last time we talked about my skincare and some random essentials, and this time around we get to the fun stuff, which is makeup. The makeup bag this time is from Muji. I'm pretty sure it has two compartments. One holds the makeup and there's another one for makeup brushes, and there's also a little zip compartment in the back, which is just a little pocket where I usually just have a hair tie and some cotton pads, because you never know when you need them. But now let's dive in. First we're gonna open up the makeup bit. For some people this might be a lot. For me this just gives enough options for 2 weeks to play with makeup a bit if I want, and it's still more on the natural side. But let me know, how much makeup do you take? Is this too much? I don't know. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it all on my bed next to me, and then I'm gonna go through it one by one with you. It's just easier that way than pulling it out from here, so I can actually talk through the categories I take with me, and it's easier to follow. So just give me a sec. I'm gonna start with primers, and I'm taking two. One is the Smashbox Photo Finish Iconic Primer Stick. This is basically a blurring and oil controlling primer stick, and I thought this will limit the amount of liquid I take, but also it does a good job of blurring and smoothing over everything and sort of keeping the oil at bay. It's not the best for that, but it does an okay job. So this is one of them I take, and then also I have a mini size of the Becca First Light Priming Filter, which is a hydrating primer. So this is perfect for the days when, let's say, I've been too much in the sun and my skin feels a little bit thirsty and parched. This will be perfect just to give back a bit of moisture in my skin. So I feel like these two primers will get, you know, take care of everything that I need, primer wise anyway. When it comes to base product like foundation and concealer, I'm not taking too many. I'm taking a BB cream from Clear in the shade medium, which at the moment, to be fair, both of these foundations I'm taking are a bit too dark for me. But give me 1 or 2 days in the sun and I'll be fine. Until then, I either not really wear much, or I can just bronze down my neck and it will be fine. So I take the Clear BB cream because this will be perfect for lighter days when I don't really want to wear anything. This will be perfect for the days when, let's say, we're just sightseeing and I don't really want to wear much makeup, but I still want to even out my skin tone a little bit. And this will do that for me. And then if we go out in the night and I want to be more put together, then I can wear my Becca Skin Love foundation. This is in the shade Buttercup, which again at the moment is just a teeny tiny bit too dark, but I can get away with it. To be fair, there's not that much left in there. You can see it's really well loved, and I really like this foundation. This is medium to buildable coverage, so again, if I want to go out in the night time and be a bit more put together and blurred out, this will do a perfect job of that without feeling really heavy on my skin. Concealer wise, I'm only taking one, which is the Becca Aqualuminous Concealer. This is a really lightweight concealer. To be fair, I use this on an everyday basis as well. I'm wearing it today as well, and this just does the job. To be fair, you know, I have a few pimples that it might not cover up. I have a video which is my boyfriend chose my makeup, where I use this all over my face. I'm gonna link it up in the cards below so you can check it out, how it performs. And it covered up my redness as well. So if I want to cover up my pimples a little bit, this can do that. But again, I'm on holiday. I'm not that fussed of covering up my pimples. I just want to enjoy my time with my family and friends and have fun. When it comes to priming my eyes, I'm only taking my MAC Paint Pot in the shade Groundwork, which I guess in a little bit of time it's gonna be almost the same shade as my skin once it's blended out. I know it looks a bit dark now, but once it's blended out it's going to be really close to my natural skin color. Until then it's just a nice slightly darker eyeshadow than what I'm using at the moment. And to be fair, this is perfect as a base. If I want something lighter, I can just use my concealer and be done with it. I'm not going to carry 100 eye primers with me. There's just not much point. From setting powder, I only have one as well, which is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. As you can see, it's a well-loved powder. I use so much of it already. It does a perfect job at mattifying me when I need it and setting my under eyes, and that's all I'm gonna need it for. From bronzer, I have two. I have my Charlotte I have my Charlotte Tilbury Beach Stick in the shade Ibiza, and to be fair, there's not much left in it. As you can see, that's all. There's no more product in there, so I want to just finish this up. It gives a really nice natural bronze to the skin, and it's perfect for warmer days when you just want a few cream products. And I'm also taking my new mini Fenty bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. These two will, you know, be more than enough for holidays. I don't really want to carry more bronzers. This will do perfectly. From blush, I have a few options. I either have my Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge in the shade Calypso Coral, which is this beautiful orangey kind of corally look. I can use this both on my cheeks and on my lips if I want to as an option. This is the only cream one I have, and then I'm taking with me, which some people might say I'm crazy because it's a big palette, but I'm taking with me my Tom Ford palette, and it has these two, oops, there we go, so I don't blind you. It has those two options as well for the cheeks, either another peachy one or a bit more of a reddy color, which will look beautiful once I have a bit of a tan. And then it has 3 eyeshadows in here as well. And I'm not taking a separate highlighter either. I'm just going to use this shade in here as a highlight. It will look beautiful on the skin. So, you know, I have some blush and highlight and eyeshadow options in here. I mean, it's quite a big palette, but it has a great mirror as well if I need to get ready in the car or whatever. And it fits perfectly in my bag, luckily. The other palette I'm taking with me is my Naked Basics. Now, this doesn't have too many eyeshadows in here, but it still has a highlighter color, a setting color, a dark brown and a black in case I need it. And I'm also going to use the shade Faint, which is the dark brown in my eyeshadows. I'm not taking any other brow products other than my Mega Clear Mascara from Wet n Wild just to set the hairs in place, but to fill it in I'm going to use my Urban Decay one. And the last product I have for eyeshadow is my NARS single shadow in the shade Himalaya? How do you say? Like mountain? Himalaya? I think so. Sometimes I get a bit confused. Again, English is not my first language, so you know, it gets a bit confusing sometimes in my head. But yes, it's just a really beautiful silvery brownish shade. It looks beautiful on the eyes, especially with a little bit of tan. And I thought this is just a nice nudie shadow option if I want to, with a bit of a twist to it, rather than just the other options that I have. This is just a bit of a something different, and it will get a bit crazy once we get to lips. But before that, we have 2 mascaras. One is the Too Faced Better Than Sex, which if you looked at any videos on my channel, or if you've watched any videos on my channel I should say, then I'm sure you've seen the Too Faced Better Than Sex before. It's my all-time favorite mascara, but because it's also summertime, I also need a waterproof mascara, so I'm taking my collection Fast Stroke Defining Lash Waterproof Mascara, which is this one in this purple tube. Now, I could have got the Too Faced one, but to be fair, I forgot to pick it up and I already have this option, so I might as well use it. And it gets a little bit crazy when it comes to lips. I like a nice lipstick and I couldn't decide what to take with me, so I'm taking a few. From lip pencil, I only have one, which is the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in the shade 8C. It's in my project pan. A few of these items are actually that I'm taking with me, but that's not the main reason why I'm taking them. They just do a good job on holiday. If I sound a bit rushed in this video, I'm sorry, my camera was dying and I thought I can finish it, but I couldn't. So here we are with a fresh battery, and I was talking about this lip pencil. So I thought it's going to be a good option if I want a red lip. It's pretty fuss free and matte, and I don't have to worry about it moving about, and also it takes up a smaller space than a lipstick would be. And you might think, well, a lipstick doesn't take up much space. Well, if you take a few like I do, they really do. So let's talk about the lipsticks. I'm taking 3 because I don't know, I just do. One of them is the Tom Ford Paradiso. It was part of the same limited edition collection as the palette I have, and it's just a beautiful corally pink color. It's a bit broken, which is sad, but I'm gonna do some swatches for you of all of them. So here it's just a beautiful pink color. I have to hide behind my head because otherwise it's gonna focus on my head. But yeah, it's just this beautiful corally, really sweet pink, really. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying sweet, but when I look at it, I just think of this peachy, juicy pink lip in the summer. You know what I mean. So I think that's beautiful. Oh, I just smeared lipstick. Oh no, all over my hand and the packaging. Oh no, where did that come from? So that's one lipstick I'm taking. The next one that's still quite pinky is the Fenty Beauty Poutsicle in the shade Hot Blooded. This is more of an intense reddy pink compared to the Tom Ford one. Again, still a beautiful, typical summer shade. And the last lipstick I have is still the same Fenty Poutsicle lipstick, but in the shade Sun Snatched. If you've seen my Fenty Beauty first impression videos, this one was in there. I'm gonna link it in the cards and down below as well. So you see it's more of an orangey color, but I thought all these three shades will look beautiful. And if I want a more nudie option, I'm gonna have my lip gloss from Bourjois. And I thought this will be a great option not only for a nude lip, but just for everyday basis, as it has an SPF 15 in there. Let me just swatch this as well. I mean, it's a nude, you know, there's only that much you can say about it. So these will be all my lip options plus the red lip pencil, and I think that should be enough. For some people, 4 or, well, I guess 5 might be a lot. For others, it might be little. I don't know. I feel quite comfortable with that selection. And again, I'm not even sure I'm gonna wear makeup every single day, but if I want to wear it, this will be a good enough option. And also, when I'm home, sometimes I do some people's makeup, like my mom's, well, my sister's also, although my mom is not really happy with me doing hers because she's still young, or my dad's girlfriend, so you know, friends, family in general. So this will give me a few options with that as well, if it comes to that. Let me just quickly clean my hand and then I can talk you through the brushes I'm taking with me, but makeup wise, that's all I have in there, and that really does fill up this bag. It fits in quite a lot. I really like it, and it fits in my brushes as well, all securely on the other side, and that's a winner in my book. For brushes, you need to open the other compartment on the other side, and this is what it looks like. Oh, my sponge just fell out, and you see it even has this little flap that then protects the heads of the brushes and the bristles, and it also has this more plasticky material that you can just wipe down if it gets dirty, so it's perfect. It has 2 little pockets here, which sometimes I put my beauty blender in there, but on this occasion I just put it on top of my brushes. And this is the beauty blender from Sigma. I really like it. It's exactly the same, I feel like, as the original beauty blender. It's just slightly different in the shape. Rather than an egg, it's more, I'm not sure what you should call this shape. It's rounded on one end and then it's flat on these 2 sides, and it has a little pointy edge. I feel like it's really good when you need to get under the eyes. It does a perfect job, and it's just as soft as the original beauty blender, so I really like this one. This is coming with me. This will be perfect for foundation, concealer, blending out any cream products. And then for my cream blush, I prefer a little duo-ended brush. So I'm taking this one from Real Techniques, which is the Duo Fiber Contour Brush. I can also use this for my cream bronzer also, although for that I do prefer the beauty blender. But you know, it's there as an option. And then for any other face products, I have 3 brushes. I take my Becca Angled Highlighter brush. I use this for bronzer, for powder blush, or even for highlighter, although for that I'm taking a separate brush, which is the Black Canvas F28. Both of these have been in, actually all these 3, these, let me see which ones. All these ones have been in my favorite brushes video. Again, it will be linked. But yes, all of these have been. See, I do use them. So I take the Becca one for most powder products, and then for highlighter I have my blank canvas brush. And the last face brush I'm taking is this little one from, I think it's from Eco Tools. I'm pretty sure it is because it has this wooden or bamboo handle. It's just a tiny travel size and it's perfect to set my under eyes with powder, or if I want to like clean up my bronzer with a bit of powder. Again, it's perfect for that. It's quite nice for blush as well, to be fair. And that's all I have for complexion. Then I have one brush for my eyebrows. This is from Essence. This is this little angled brush. Again, it was in my favorites video. Then for my eyes I have 4 different brushes. One just to smudge under my eyes, and this is from the brand Fake Face. I don't know if they're cruelty free or not. I have a brush set for them from ages ago that I found on Amazon. So again, I don't know if they're cruelty free or not. I'm pretty sure that this is not real hair, to be fair, but these brushes held up really well. And I have 2 of them here. One which is just a bit of a denser blending brush, perfect for under the eyes, or like a smudger brush, I guess you could call it. And then just a tiny flat packing brush that I love to use in the inner corners, or to put highlighter under my brows. It's perfect for that. And then for my eyes I have 2. One is my Sigma E25 and the MAC 217. The Sigma one is perfect to pack shadows on the lid and also to blend. And then if I need something a bit fluffier, then I will have my MAC 217. And that's it. All the brush side of it is empty now. And to be fair, it's really heavy and it's quite fully packed. There's nothing else you could really fit in there, to be fair. But it's okay. That's all I need. And again, for some people it might be a lot, for others, you know, it might be perfectly okay or even not enough. So let me know in the comments below, how much makeup do you take with you when you go on holiday? Is this too much, you think? Is it not enough? Do you take about the same amount? I feel like it's quite well curated. It's not like I'm taking 5 foundations and 50 concealers and baking powder and setting powder, and you know, I think it's quite good, other than my lip products. Those might be a bit excessive, but again, they're fairly different colors, to be fair. And I like playing with my lip color, so I don't know. For me, this is the perfect selection, but let me know, what do you think? If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It's filled with beauty content, and hopefully I'm gonna see you in my next video. For now, have a lovely day. Bye bye.